Part of the joys of boating is stuff breaks and you have to fix it. So we've been hearing this water dripping, like a little droplet sound, for a couple days now, and it was kind of disconcerting because I thought we had a leak. And the sound is coming from a different area of the boat than where's actually having the leak, simply based on how sound can travel to get out into the salon. So the sound is actually coming from right behind me, but it sounds like it's coming from forward in the boat. So, there's a fun little mystery. I found the leak because I was working down in there and I noticed the droplets were falling at exactly the same rate that the noise was happening. That was driving me crazy for a couple days. So, it's time to fix it, because the whole problem came from a failing hose clamp. Now this is why it's so important to check stuff on your own boat, because hose clamps can go bad. I mean, they're stainless steel, but they're still metal and can have failures. The leak that we have, luckily, is fresh water, or sadly. So what we've been doing to limit just the general issue of our tanks running out is we only open one tank at a time. That way, if a hose breaks or something and our water pump drains the tanks, it'll only drain one tank and we'll still have all the others, so we won't have the dire emergency of running out of water at sea. The issue with hose clamps is just that they can leak, and they don't care if they're holding salt water, raw water, or fresh water, or black water. Ugh, that's a stinky job. So the leak isn't so bad because it's only limited to what's in the tank, and we've been turning off the pump in the meantime. That way it's not constantly pressurized and always leaking on us. So, fun stuff. Let's get it taken care of. The leak that we're experiencing is coming from this hose clamp that I'm illuminating. And you can see the little sump behind, or just under the packing gland, is full of water. I haven't tasted it to verify that it's fresh, but it's leaking out of a fresh water line, so we can figure that's it. So, when the sump is pretty full, you can see the shimmer on the surface reflected from the light as each droplet hits it. So that's a steady flow of water that's coming out. So all we got to do is take this hose clamp off and put on a replacement. It's a real easy fix. This may seem like overkill, but it's a really good idea to have two sets of tools on a boat. So you'll have your main toolbox with the really nice tools and all that stuff. You know, the socket wrenches, box wrenches, screwdrivers, all those things. And then have another set of tools that's just the basics. So for my second set, I have just a little handy multi-piece on a ratchet screwdriver thing. And then we have a Phillips and a blade and a couple other things in there. So just the very basics. That way if you need something quick, you don't have to rummage through everything to get deep down into where you keep your tools to fix a tiny little problem. So like for this hose clamp, we need a tiny socket, and it's super easy. But if I had to get the toolbox out from under the galley floor, it'd be a lot trickier. So having a separate set of tools on hand in an easily accessible place is a great way to make your projects a lot easier. Alright, we got everything switched over. Doesn't seem to be dripping anymore, so I'm going to turn on the water pressure and we'll see if it's finally stopped the leak. It's looking like we're in luck. Nothing's happening, so that's what we want to see. If you do something right, no one knows you did anything at all. Well, there's your problem. So, it turns out that these little legs got bent, and that's why the worm gear wasn't able to engage them, because they were pushed just that away. So it was a little loose, and that was causing it to let water seep on past it at quite a good rate, too. So, out with the old, in with the new, leak is solved. Boat life continues. that giant pile of ropes is all the spare and extra line that we carry. It's things like our preventer, a couple warp lines, our sea anchor rod, the pennant for the sea anchor, like all sorts of stuff. And there's easily 1,000 feet of rope right there. It's got to go back now. But the problem is it goes on top of the paddleboard, so we got to get everything deflated and put back to normal.
Planned on getting our family awesome gifts from the Bahamas for Christmas, but we aren't in the Bahamas, so we got them some awesome gifts from Oriental. We just did a lot of Christmas shopping in one very happy store. So, yay! We're back at the silos. They're doing buy one, get one free pizzas tonight. So we're all over that. Here's the pizzas. 2 for 1. Because I was up and ignoring it. We are about to turn right onto Chickenfoot Road.
The best name ever for a road.
So we rented a car and we're going to Charlotte for Thanksgiving because my mom's brother lives there with his family, and they invited us to dine with them for the holiday.
But first we must turn on to Chickenfoot Road.
So no sailing on Thanksgiving. We also learned that our part that was supposed to be shipped on Monday hasn't been shipped yet.
Yeah.
And it's Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that's not going to happen over the
Turn
weekend.
right on I-95 Business South, US 301 South.
Yeah, so Maddie said, ask him for a tracking number to see if he's actually shipped it or not. Because he said he was going to ship it on Monday, and today's Wednesday. So I emailed, and he responded with, he's not actually shipped it. It should be shipped on next Monday.
So who knows?
Yeah, he did say that when he sends it, he'll give us the tracking number. Yeah, so we're going to be some more time in Oriental and stuff. The South.
Yep.
Yep.
Mistake. So please, we do that so we can keep the lines moving.
Okay, good. I was like, I'm not going to save my own power.
Second win for the win. Oh. All right, guys, come on.
didn't bring our cell phones because aerodynamics, and we're here to win. So now we have to meet up because I don't know where Maddie is. So I'm going to stand under the sign that says cheeses, because that's where she would expect to find someone like me, under cheese. These aren't pre-race stretches, these are after the race. We're sore and stretching stretches. This is why I waited under a sign that said cheese.
Cheese is my favorite. Oh man, this afternoon we're gonna make some cute little animals with these fabrics. Yes. And then these are for me to make hats on the boat that I'm gonna give to homeless people around Christmas time, just to give me something to do on the boat and to make me feel like I'm making a slight difference in the world while we're sailing around. Yay! We're gonna make little animals because we can.
So we've made stuffed animals. This is mine.
This is mine.
Yes. Maddie is almost there.
It has taken a few hours.
How many hours? Let's say we started at 10.
What time is it
What
now?
time is it? I don't
I'm
even
scared to
know.
look.
It's 2 a.m.
Oh my gosh, not again.
We've worked for 4 hours. So we were walking around town and we saw these really cool stuffed owls. And we were thinking, those are easy to make. Those aren't worth 20 bucks. We'll just get some felt and foam and make it ourselves. 4 hours later.
We finished.
But none of us have owls.
They are not owls. Wow, that is definitely 4 hours worth of work.
Stitching the whole tail into
Watch. I love it. I love the eyes. It's so beautiful.
No. There it is. All done.
Jasper. Jasper. That is so cute. Jasper.
That is not
That's real quality right there.
Feel Herbies.
Whoa, that is
Stuffing in there.
Stuffed it.
firm. That is so very so firm. Why did you put so much stuffing? It's so firm.
I put as much as would physically fit. And I'd pack it in.
Mine feels like a little like.
And then I'd put in more.
Oh. The eyes. I'm dying.
And then there's Pages.
This is Pages. She finished hers remarkably fast.
Yeah, she was fast.
can see the mooring here set up and nothing's twisted. So it's held the boat here for over a week and no issues.
We ran into a fellow cruiser yesterday who needed some assistance with her rigging and going up the mast, so we are going to help her with that and get to know her a little bit.
So this is the little cup that goes in the other piece. It simply goes over here and it's got a hole in it. So
Thanks so much for watching, and if you want to become a sailing buddy, you can click the link down below to our Patreon account.
don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And when you click subscribe, make sure you click on the little bell in the annotation. That way you get notifications as soon as our next video is uploaded.
Thanks so much!